In today's episode of P&P, we talk about stuff.
Boys, ladies, other people, don't know. Welcome to yet another late special edition of P&P. Here, not on a Friday, Saturday evening. I've had to work this weekend. As such, by the time I got home after a long day at work, just didn't feel like doing P&P. So, which is cool because some exciting stuff happened today, which wouldn't have made it onto P&P. So it all works out. Not worried about it. Not really too concerned. Hopefully you're not. I should change it. Maybe instead of just Friday, just say weekly. Would probably be the best for everybody. But I do kind of want to keep it somewhat structured. Just because I don't want things to deteriorate into just loosey-goosey drunken disorderness. You know what I mean? Anyways, today's beverage of choice, boys, is the classic rye and Coke. It's been a long day, and beer just wasn't going to cut it. So we went with a wonderful 40 Creek Copper Pot. That is my whiskey of choice, mixed with the classic Coke. Generally, I like to enjoy the lemon-flavored water with my rye, but today I was going to live a little, had some Coke. So that's the drink of P&P this week. So cheers, boys. So, jumping right in. Exciting news. The first ever OHA tournament, Scouring the West Farthing, being held in Chatham, Kent on September the 30th, has officially sold out. We had a straggler come in, Taylor Sinstadt. I think I'm saying that right. If I'm not, I'm sorry. He will be joining us, so he takes the final spot. So we are maxed out at 20, including the Americans that are planning on attending. Those crazy Americans, they've got one heck of a schedule, man. They're over at Throne of Skulls right now in the UK. They're going to be home for a weekend, and then they're going to be coming up to Canada for our SBG event. So quite impressive. Cheers to you guys for making that kind of trip and the dedication to the hobby. So cheers. Pretty excited. Going to have a lot of OSBGLers attending both the Friday evening and the Saturday. Friday evening is still sort of in the planning stages. I think at this point I can pretty well confirm we're going to have two basically open tables. So whatever you guys want to bring, we're going to have just open gaming, drinks, food, socializing, let the two groups kind of mingle and meet. We're going to have quite a few OSBGLers in that I haven't met personally. I think George has met a few of them. I haven't met any of them, so looking forward to catching up and finally putting, not, I guess saying a face to the name isn't fitting given the technology we have today, but physically meeting people that I've seen online via, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, whatever. So that's going to be cool. Looking forward to that. I think it's Don, Adam Marcel, Garrett, and Andrew Brock. I think I've got them all there. Plus Taylor, I guess, is jumping in with that crew as well. So we're going to have them down on the Friday night. We've just got a private conference room booked. Room for two tables, so we can get whatever you guys want to play. It doesn't really matter. It's more so the socializing aspect, getting to know people, and see where we can find synergies. Pardon me. So, that being said, OHA George is in full-blown hobby mode. He is cranking out some amazing tables, to which I can't provide any spoilers. They are going to be revealed on the 28th. All I can say is if you were impressed with Oscillith, the board that he's currently working on is going to make Oscillith look like Lego. There's no other way to put it. It's visually stunning. It's epic. It is something I want to touch on. For those of you watching from the OSBGL who are going to be taking part in the event, even for our American counterparts, we here at the OHA are huge fanatics, I guess you could say, when it comes to theme and fluff, and I mean, hence why you're playing in a tournament where there's no allies. You've got a themed army list. Other than that, there's no restrictions really, which I guess isn't appropriate to say because that's a pretty major restriction. But anyways, the boards are going to be tactically difficult. There is not going to be even boards. I can just about guarantee you there. Well, maybe I shouldn't say guarantee. There might be like one or two that are like relatively similar. The rest of them are all going to be ridiculously tactically challenging. This is going to be a test of your generalship, deployment roles, spending might on deployment. All of this stuff is going to be paramount and key. These boards have not been designed for equal play. They have been designed to immerse you in Middle-earth. So I'm hoping that's not going to cause too many problems. Frankly, I'm not worried about it because I'm not playing in it. But I hope everybody's just coming in with an open mind to have fun. Obviously, we wanted to maintain some level of fluff and theme with it being our first event. And that's really our focus, competitive-wise. That's really an OSBGL thing, which is cool. After going to Nova, I thoroughly enjoyed the competitive side of things, and I can understand the merits of making sure the boards are equal and whatnot, but that will not be the focus of our event. Just like prizing, I'm going to go ahead and let you guys know now, in case you want to adjust any of your lists or work on anything special. There is going to be prizing for first, second, and third, as would be expected at any event. But the major prizes are not going to be related to first, second, and third. First, second, and third is most definitely going to get recognized and honored for their achievement. That being said, there are going to be some pretty cool prizes that are going to be available and up for grabs that are going to be dished out, and more information to come basically day of, because I really don't want to spoil too much. But rest assured that people are going to get recognized for a large number of things here, not simply the caliber of their gameplay. So we certainly don't want to lessen any of the value behind caliber of gameplay, which was kind of why we were hoping that we were going to see some points allocated for the OSBGL guys that are coming in from the league to play. That didn't work out. No big deal. We'll move on from that. It just didn't work. That's plain and simple. It didn't work out. Conflicting events, timing, scheduling, which is perfectly fine. We put on an event not knowing or scheduling with the OSBGL, and just didn't work out to be able to provide points. So, I apologize for that. It would have been nice to do, but we just couldn't make it work. So that's all good. But as far as the prizing goes for everything else, there's going to be some cool categories. Obviously, I've already made an announcement about best dressed. If anybody's got the balls to kind of show up, dressed in whatever, there's going to be a little prize for that. And then, I can give you some hints sort of along the premise of theme and fluff and things of that nature. The tournament organizers are definitely going to be keeping an eye on stuff like that. As well as I've mentioned before, interaction with the crowd, as we are going to be in a relatively small convention. However, we're really looking for people to engage to help grow the hobby. So that's definitely something we want to take the time to recognize. So there's going to be some really cool stuff, really cool prizes. I think, not that I'm trying to toot our own horn, but for an event where there's basically no cost minus the door fee to get into the convention, of course, I think you guys have the opportunity to walk away with some pretty cool prizes. So that being said, looking forward to the Friday night. Simply because we're going to have refreshments, which is standard at any OHA event. I mean, makes me sound really bad, eh? I'm really not an alcoholic. I promise everybody that. I'm not an alcoholic. I just enjoy a beverage while I'm doing what I'm doing. So cheers to that. But rest assured, Friday night the bar will be stocked to the OHA standard. And looking forward to really catching up and chatting with these guys and getting to know them a little bit. I had a great opportunity to get to know some awesome people at Nova. Really hoping that can carry through to our event. Obviously excited to have the Americans that we got to know coming up. Antonio, guy's a goddamn boss. Like, if you don't know Antonio, just wait. Just wait. The guy's a boss. Antonio is like the best guy ever. And he's got the best friggin' t-shirts in the world. I shit you not. Like, just the best t-shirts ever. He showed up to Nova wearing a Macho Man shirt. Like, Macho Man, guys. Come on. Macho Man. Epic. Epic dude. I've heard a lot of good things about Adam. Don as well. I've heard some great things from George about Don. Andrew Brock as well. Taylor, I don't know Taylor a whole lot. George has said he's met him, had good things to say about him. So all these guys really looking forward to, trying to come together and, I don't want to sound weird, but like bond as a group, get to know each other and just sort of grow it from there. I think it's all good things that are going on. We're really seeing a push from the OSBGL guys. Seem to be making an effort with regards to recruitment and events and all this fun stuff, which at the end of the day is what this is all about for the hobby, right? We want to grow it. We want more players. We want more people. Pardon me. The more people we have playing, the longevity of our game. Good Lord. See, this is what Coke does to me. It makes me all burpy and goddamn gassy. Anyways, helps grow the hobby, which is good for us. It's good for GW. They keep making the game. They keep making rules. They keep making miniatures. And basically we get our Middle-earth crack fix for, the foreseeable future. So that's what it's all about, at least for me. It's been a stellar year for the OHA. We've done some ridiculous growing in that year. Went from, just basically doing hot lead to this is now our first tournament. We've done a number of events, number of game days, just trying to promote the game and the hobby. So that's where our focus is going to lie. Both myself, George, and Evan have kind of talked about it. I would be very surprised if you see the OHA do any more than 2 tournaments a year, and that by tournament I mean like what's happening in the coming weeks, which is prizes and an event where it is got a competitive flavor. That's not an area we want to encroach on in any large sense. That's OSBGL territory, and we want to make that clear that's their puppy. I think they can attest to that when they look at the people that we find via the OHA, who we then filter over to the OSBGL. I know I've noticed a number of posts on the Facebook for the OSBGL with people saying, hey, I found you guys through the OHA. When we come across people who are interested in competitive play, we send them over to the OSBGL. Like, that's, bar none, that is the process. We have no interest in encroaching on that. Just from our perspective, this initial event was really a way to try to bring the two groups together, because we identify the fact that you guys, obviously being a league, enjoy the competitive nature of the game, and we wanted to make sure that we built a bridge there. So that's sort of our thought process behind what we did there. But rest assured, not interested at all in more than 2 events. Frankly, I think we'll probably stay sort of separated from the OSBGL when it comes to things like that, just because we don't want any miscommunication or misunderstandings with respect to what we do and what you guys do. Big fans of what you guys are doing. Can't wait to get up to a few more events. I know I'm going to Derek's coming up in November, and Michael's. We're going to be supporting them up there for sure, because they've done an excellent job of coming out to our stuff and supporting us. So excited to see where that goes. But rest assured, the OHA is going to, stick to what it knows best, which is going to be demos and recruitment and scenario play. So going forward from that, I'm also excited talking with George and Evan and sort of incorporating a few other guys into this idea, but we're excited to start exploring sort of the role-playing side of SBG. So I kind of want to blend, there's a game called One Ring, George has a copy of. I'm going to grab that book. I guess the best way to put it would be to blend, one ring, Dungeons and Dragons and SBG into one. I want to keep the combat system, movement system, all that fun stuff from SBG, but apply a role-playing aspect. So excited to start building some stories and tell some stories there, specifically for OHA people or OSBGL guys that want to come out. That's going to be sort of an open thing, especially with the winter coming in. That's going to be a fun way to spend a Saturday afternoon into early Sunday morning if that's what happens. So excited to see where that goes. So I mean, there's lots of things going on. After the event, I know poor George is definitely going to need a break. He's going to suffer a little bit of hobby burnout, I'm sure. He is absolutely cranking out a ridiculous amount of stuff. Even me, for that matter. Between everything I've been doing for Nova, I'm working on some boards. I got some work to do for Derek for his event. Sort of getting the work done on the prizes and stuff. Ready to just chill and throw some dice. Have a few more pints. Yeah. Oh, it's so good when it hits your lips. It's just so good. Anyways, lots going on. Would love a little bit of a chill moment, and just get back to doing a few personal projects. I'd like to finish up my Iron Hills. I know George has identified some stuff he wants to work on painting-wise. So rest assured, there's going to be content. There's going to be lots going on. Just event-wise, I think we're going to try and chill out and kind of coast until, obviously, Derek's and Michael's event, and then, of course, Hot Lead. Hot Lead will be going full bore. Already locked that in with the organizers. We will most certainly be, we will be at Hot Lead 2018. Yeah, because it's 17 now, which would mean after 17 comes carry the 18. Yep. So we're going to be there, but instead of doing the booth like we did last year, we are strictly going to run full out SBG participation gaming on the Saturday. Friday night's going to be a freebie for me and George. Not sure if George is coming down right away. I will be there Friday night doing some other stuff. Saturday will be all day SBG Lord of the Rings gaming by the OHA. So look forward to that, and hopefully you can attend that. So once you get a handle on some of the boards that George has been putting out, we've got to kind of decide what we're going to take and what we're going to play, but rest assured we're going to have lots to choose from. So brings me back to, I'm kind of jumping all over the place this week. I don't really give a shit. Sorry, boys. What I will be doing on the 30th, Evan and George are going to run with the tournament. They're going to be looking after all that. I will be taking care of the demo table, which will be, of course, Amun Hen. Wonderful project again done by George. We're going to have the full scenario there ready to go, bring new players in, hopefully get them trying the game. This will be a participation game. There will be sign-up sheets as per, convention standard for wargaming conventions. So people are going to be able to sign up, and then I'm, of course, going to be able to accept people jumping in. We'll break off a portion of something and give them to command it. So looking forward to that. That's going to be my focus, and making sure that the bar is providing quality service. I'm going to take it upon myself. I'm going to take one for the team here, okay, and make sure that the standards are being upheld to the highest level, because it's important. I cannot stress enough how important it is to keep everybody hydrated at an event like this. And if I need to take some time out of my day and time out of my gaming time to make sure that my brothers are looked after, it's going to happen. Rest assured. Rest assured. So, that's it from the Forge. That's all I got. That's all I want to talk about. I don't want to say anymore. Nope. Any questions, comments, leave them below. Find us on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, all that stuff. Really pumped to see how well the content's been doing, and the only people we can thank for that is you guys. So thanks for tuning in. One quick note, we did have some brothers from the Great British Hobbit League representing the OHA at Throne of Skulls this weekend. He was sporting a beautiful OHA t-shirt. He acquired 3 wins today, and cheers, Sam. Well done. For those of you who don't know, Sam and Dan were at Nova putting on the seminars and helping Devin with the running. Got to know them quite well. So cheers to you guys. I know I was getting updates of the shenanigans at the bar from Dan late last night, even later for him. I think it was about 4 in the morning. Him and Mr. Damien were having a good time. So wish I could have been there, boys. All the best to everybody at Throne of Skulls. Cheers, and have a great time. We will catch up soon. Jason from the OHA, signing off, boys. See ya.